What is up, Player Profiler Nation? Seth the Old here, editor at playerprofiler.com, here to give you 6 rookies rising up the rankings, the rookie rankings that are going to be live on Player Profiler very, very soon. These are the rookies you are going to want to come away from your rookie drafts with a ton of exposure to. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The first wide receiver we're going to talk about is Roman Wilson. Now, Roman Wilson is a 6-foot, 186 pound wide receiver who played all 4 years of his college career for the Michigan Wolverines. And during his senior season, Wilson caught 48 passes for 789 yards and 12 touchdowns. That's really good production considering Michigan was a very run-heavy scheme that featured Blake Corum. On tape, Wilson displays excellent technical skills as a route runner. He has great footwork, great hands at the catch point. He's good at every level of the field. And when you watch the tape, you're going, well, yeah, he can get open, but he's really not that fast. And the truth is, he actually is really fast. He possesses 4.3-ish, 4.4 speed. He's going to run somewhere in between there at the NFL Combine. So he's deceptively fast, even if it doesn't show up on tape. I believe that Roman Wilson is this year's Jaden Reed, and you're going to want to draft him late second, early third of those super flex, maybe mid second of the single quarterback leagues, maybe a little bit earlier, but he's going to be sitting there and you're going to want to draft him. He's rising up the rankings as we speak. Malachi Corley is the next player on our list. Malachi Corley, 5'11", 210, 215. He's got that Deebo Samuel frame. He played at Western Kentucky. He was highly productive for the Hilltoppers in 3 consecutive seasons, with his best season coming as a junior, where he caught 101 passes for 1,295 receiving yards and 11 touchdowns. And there's no doubt that Corley was one of the best players for Western Kentucky. On tape, it looked like Western Kentucky's game plan was on first down, we're going to get the ball to Malachi Corley. On second down, we're going to get the ball to Malachi Corley. And on third down, we'll get the ball to Malachi Corley. Corley is an athlete that is going to run like a 4.4-ish 40-yard dash. He's clocked at 4.46. He's a little bit raw, but there's no doubt that he has the ability, the run after the catch ability, and he's a super athlete. He's also really, really tough. A lot of those skills translate to the NFL, and as a result, he's probably going to go way too low in your rookie drafts, and you're going to want to scoop him up at value. Marshon Lloyd is next up on the list. Heading into Mobile, Marshon Lloyd needed to prove that he was more than just a 2-down grinder. After day 2, Lloyd can handle whatever workload an NFL team puts on his plate. He has made that perfectly clear. Lloyd is checking all the boxes at the Senior Bowl. Size, check. Aggressive running style, check. Asset in the passing game, check. Marshon Lloyd on tape also looks like a really physical runner with some breakaway speed to his game. Matty Kiwoom dove deep in his article that you should go check out on playerprofiler.com, his Senior Bowl takeaways. Go check that out. But Marshon Lloyd rising up the rankings. Ladd McConkey is a 6-foot, 187-pound wide receiver who played his college career at the University of Georgia. His best season came during his junior year where he caught 58 passes for 762 yards, 7 receiving touchdowns. He also added 2 more scores as a rusher in that season. McConkey's 2023 was limited by injuries, as he only played in 9 games due to an ankle injury. And it's safe to say that if he would have been healthy the entire season, his numbers would have been just as good as that 2022 season or better, because he averaged 15.9 yards per reception, which was the best mark of his career. And while he's not the fastest wide receiver, McConkey, he's on record as running a 4.59 40-yard dash. He is a run after the catch artist. Speed might not be there on paper, but the speed is there when you turn on the tape. And he can get open at any level of the field. He specializes in the short to intermediate game. Georgia used him all over the place, like wide receiver screens, intermediate routes. And this is a very polished prospect. Great technical route runner. He's gonna get drafted, I think, a lot higher at the NFL draft than people think. We're already starting to hear some buzz about him. And I think he's just going to be a really solid player, and he's currently skyrocketing up our rookie rankings. Javon Baker is next on the list. Javon Baker is 6'1", 205, 210-pound wide receiver who actually played his first 2 years at Alabama before transferring to UCF. Baker had a monster senior season for UCF. He caught 52 passes for 1,139 yards, scored 7 touchdowns while averaging an insane 21.9 yards per catch. Baker was also very productive in his junior season. He caught 56 passes that season for 796 yards and scored 5 touchdowns through the air. Baker profiles as a prototypical outside receiver who does have some good speed, 4.48 40-yard dash on record, and he should run somewhere in the high 4.4s, low 4.5s at the NFL Combine. That's great for somebody his size. He's not as technical of a route runner as some of these other players, but he's not horrible either. And this is a wide receiver who no doubt wins with this combination of speed and physicality. He's more of a deep threat, and he's great in contested catch situations and with the ball in his hands after the catch. I mean, his yards after the catch is fantastic, his ability to do that. He's going to need to work on developing his footwork and his technical route running skills, but there's no doubt that Javon Baker has a load of talent, and he's very, very raw, and he's got a ton of upside. He's probably going to go too late in your rookie drafts. The last player we're going to talk about is Germaine Burton. I might be on an island here, but I really like Germaine Burton. He's a 6 foot, 195, 200-pound wide receiver. He played his first 2 seasons with the Georgia Bulldogs and then finished his career at Alabama. And during his senior season, Burton hauled in 39 passes for 798 yards, caught 8 touchdowns. And what I really liked about Burton was that he produced over 400 yards receiving every single year at the highest level of college football. I'm talking Alabama, Georgia. On tape, Burton is very good in a lot of areas. He has great footwork, consistently displayed the ability to get open in all areas of the field. I'm talking short, intermediate, deep. And what makes him dangerous is that he's a good route runner, but he's also really fast. Burton has a 4.31 40-yard dash on record. That's really fast. He took over the game when they played Texas A&M. And I like the fact that when the game was on the biggest stage, the 2023 SEC championship game against Georgia, he caught a touchdown pass on a play where he was out-leveraged by a defender. It was a thing of beauty. I'm a big fan of Burton, and I think he's getting slept on right now by a lot of people. He isn't the best run blocker, I will admit that, but he is a very, very tough player. That shows up on tape, and I really like Germaine Burton. He's rising up my rankings as this video is happening right now. That is the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click that alarm bell for more content to be alerted of it when it comes up. And like I said, stay tuned to Player Profiler's YouTube page for more Dynasty content covering these rookies from every single angle imaginable. Until next time, bye-bye, everybody.